Welcome, traveler, to the sacred grove of Olympia. The gods watch over us in this golden light.
The eastern sky bleeds orange over the Alpheus River as I wake inside my wool tent, another dawn at Olympia. If you want to witness history with me at the greatest games in the Greek world, stay with me through this day and subscribe to see all 5 parts of this journey. I am Philippos, a merchant from Corinth, and this is my 3rd Olympiad. The sacred truce brought me safely across hostile territories, my donkeys loaded with wine amphorae and votive offerings to sell. I relieve myself in the designated area beyond the tent rows. Thousands of us camped here means the smell is pungent. No privacy, just a ditch covered with boards, but everyone's too focused on the coming spectacle to care. I wash my face and hands from a bronze basin, the water cold from last night. My slave Demos helps me into my ochre chiton, wrapping the hymation across my shoulder. The fabric is lighter than usual. August heat in Elis is merciless. Breakfast is simple. Barley bread dipped in watered wine. Handful of figs, some sheep's cheese. I chew slowly, watching the tent city come alive. Smoke rises from hundreds of morning fires. Voices call out in Athenian, Spartan, Theban dialects. The sacred games unite us all, even after we bled together against Persia just 4 years ago. Demos and I load our goods onto the donkeys. The amphorae clink softly, Corinthian wine, the finest. We also carry small bronze Zeus figurines, olive oil in painted vessels, and honey cakes for those who forgot to bring offerings. The path toward the sanctuary is already crowded. Dust rises with each footfall, coating my sandals. The temple of Zeus appears through the haze, its massive columns catching the early light. Before it, priests prepare the morning sacrifice, a ram for Zeus. The scent of burning fat will soon mix with frankincense. I secure a spot near the stadium entrance for my stall, perfect for catching spectators. Athletes begin arriving with their trainers, bodies glistening with olive oil. The Hellenodikai judges pass by in their purple robes, stern-faced and sacred. The greatest show in the Greek world is about to begin. The herald's bronze trumpet splits the morning air, 3 sharp blasts that silence 40,000 voices. The games begin. I watch from my stall as the Hellenodikai emerge from the Bouleuterion and take their positions at the stadium entrance. Their purple robes catch the sun like royalty, though they're merely officials from Elis. Still, they hold Zeus's authority. Here, one raises his staff. The crowd erupts. The opening procession starts. Athletes march through the cryptid tunnel into the stadium, city by city. Sparta's delegation comes first, their long-haired athletes moving with military precision. Athens follows, then Thebes, Syracuse, Corinth, my own polis. I abandon my stall to join the spectators pressing toward the stadium banks. Demos stays behind, guarding our goods. The boys' competitions come first. These are youths barely 15, competing in the stadium sprint, 600 feet of pure speed. I squeeze between shoulders on the earthen bank, the grass already trampled to dust under thousands of sandals. The heat is building, bodies press close. The smell is overwhelming. Unwashed men, olive oil, smoke from sacrifices, and the underlying stench from inadequate latrines. The starter drops his arm. 6 boys explode from the balbis, stone starting blocks with grooves for toes. The crowd roars as one voice. A Spartan boy leads, his lean body cutting through heat shimmer. An Athenian pushes close. They cross the finish line together, too close to call. The Hellenodikai confer, their purple heads bent together. The Spartan is declared victor. His trainer erupts in celebration. The boy stands stunned, then weeps openly. 15 years old and an Olympic champion. His name will be recorded, his victory immortalized. His city will feast him forever. I fight back through the crowd to my stall. A Macedonian trader wants wine. I pour, take his coins, but my eyes stay on the stadium. 3 more boys race. Then wrestling begins. Naked youths grappling in the sand, their oil-slicked bodies gleaming. Commerce and glory intertwine. This is Olympia. This is Greece at its finest. The bronze trumpets sound again at noon. Every man in Olympia, all 45,000, turns toward the great altar of Zeus. 100 oxen stand garlanded before the massive ash altar, built from centuries of burnt offerings. The smoke alone could reach Olympus. Chief priests in pure white robes begin the hecatomb, the 100-ox sacrifice that defines Olympic midday. I watch from my stall as the first beast is led forward, its horns wrapped in wool, barley sprinkled across its back. The priest raises his bronze blade skyward, invoking Zeus Olympios. The killing is efficient, but the scale is staggering. Blood runs in channels carved into stone. The smell of burning fat becomes overwhelming as thigh bones wrapped in fat are burned for the gods, while the meat is reserved for the victory feast tonight. Smoke rises in massive columns darkening the noon sun. This is piety as spectacle, religion as theater. But the crowd grows restless. They want glory, not gods. The men's stadion is announced. These are not boys. These are the fastest men in Greece. I abandon my stall again, unable to resist. A Spartan runner named Astylus stands at the starting line, already a two-time Olympic champion. Beside him, an upstart Athenian I don't recognize. The rivalry crackles like lightning. 4 years ago, Sparta and Athens bled together at Plataea against Persia. Today they race for individual glory and city honor. The starter drops his arm. They explode. The Athenian leads, impossible, for 300 feet. Then Astylus unleashes Spartan discipline, his legs a blur, pulling even, then ahead. He crosses first by a body length. Sparta roars. Athens groans. I return to find my best trading hour. Victory-drunk Spartans buying everything, drowning. Sorrow Athenians buying wine to forget. I sell 20 amphorae before the wrestling begins. The afternoon heat is murderous now. Men collapse in the stadium, but the pankration is next, the brutal combination of boxing and wrestling, where only eye gouging and biting are forbidden. Blood will flow before sunset. The afternoon competitions end as the sun descends toward the western hills. My profits are extraordinary, more silver than I've made in 6 months in Corinth. Demos and I begin packing. What little merchandise remains. Most stalls around us are already abandoned, merchants either celebrating or drowning sorrows in wine. The herald announces the olive wreath ceremony will begin at sunset. I cannot miss this. The victors gather before the temple of Zeus, Astylus among them, his body still gleaming with oil and sweat, now wearing a simple white chiton. The Hellenodikai judges stand in their purple robes, solemn as priests. The chief judge carries the sacred wreaths on a bronze tray, each one cut from the Kallistephanos tree and woven by priests. One by one the names are called. When Astylus's name rings across the sanctuary, 45,000 voices roar. The judge places the simple olive wreath on his head, just leaves, nothing more yet worth more than kingdoms. Astylus weeps openly, unashamed. His city will honor him forever. Temples will be built, poems composed, statues carved. As twilight deepens, the victory feast begins in the Prytaneon, a building I can only observe from outside. 100 oxen sacrificed this morning now feed the champions. The smell of roasting meat fills the sanctuary. Wine flows like rivers. Victors recline on couches while poets sing their praises. I watch from the shadows, a merchant witnessing immortality being born. Demos and I return to our tent as stars emerge. Our simple dinner, bread, cheese, dried fish, tastes like victory nonetheless. Around us, the tent city erupts in celebration and mourning. Spartans sing victory hymns. Athenians drink to forget. Tomorrow we pack for Corinth, but tonight belongs to the gods and champions. I fall asleep to the sound of 45,000 Greeks celebrating the greatest show in our world, the Olympics, where mortals touch divinity through sweat and glory. If this journey through ancient Greece moved you, honor it with a like and subscribe to witness more lost worlds brought back to life. Tell me in the comments, which ancient event should we experience next? History isn't dead. It's waiting for us to remember.